Hello everyone, welcome to the Rift. Today, we have a bunch of things to talk about. So last night, I don't know how many of you were here, but Riot gave us a ton of cards in Chinese. So they're up in English now on the actual card gallery, which is nice. So we're gonna go take a look at those. I've seen a few of them, and I've seen that there's actually some differences in what we thought from the translations, so I'll be going over those. Why do you have tier lists in the title? It's day one. So we're doing a tier list, alright? I've got these guys here. We're gonna do one. Alright, we've seen all these before. Yeah, they have shown off the runes, the alt art runes. These look really good. They're gonna look excellent in person with the actual foiling. Yeah, these are nice. Yeah, we've seen all these before. These are old news. The new Noxus football with 4 might. Darius. I don't think we talked about this guy yet. Yeah, we didn't. Go ahead and switch over the music so it's actually easier to hear me. There we go. Alright, this is a 5 cost with 1 power, 5 might. When you play your second card in a turn, give me +2 might this turn and ready me. I think this card's pretty good. You could play him down, play something else, ready him, attack with him. He's 7 might. That's pretty good. This deck is probably going to have this as like your top end unit. Wasn't here yesterday, talk about every new card. Okay. I'll go over them briefly and just give like a summary, because again, some of the text actually is different than what we thought, so. But yeah, we haven't actually seen this guy yet, so. I think this guy's pretty good. Can swing immediately for 7 for only 5 costs. That's pretty good. And he's in your chosen champion zone, so even better. The alt art looks pretty nice. Jinx, we've already seen. This is the alt art of Jinx. It's alright. It's kind of nice. We played Darius as the second card. He sees himself trigger? Really? Is that true? Is that how that works? Because you play the card, and then it technically goes on the stack briefly and then resolves? Are you sure it sees it play itself? I'm gonna have to check the rules for that. I'm not sure. Already seen these guys before. Yeah. Holy Bear alt art. I like this card a lot. This guy looks really good. Yeah, dev confirmed? Okay, nice. Yeah, that's really good then. Alt art for the Calm rune. It's really nice. Nice tree. I like the greens. I like the coloring on all of these alt art runes. They look nice. Fury's very explosive. Calm kind of makes sense for it to be like a tree, very foresty. Check Discord. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Charm. This card's crazy. It's exactly how we thought it'd be, just move an enemy unit from anywhere to anywhere. That's extremely good for a single energy. Yeah, this card's insane. Well, these are the same. Yeah, this didn't change to like buff or anything. It's the same as before. This guy, hidden action, buff. Buffs gives +1. Yeah, I think the spell's okay. it's definitely playable in like a green go wide deck, but we don't really have that right now, so yeah, I'm not sure. Seems okay. Discipline's the exact same. Okay, this is a new card that I haven't seen yet. This is a gear. Green, 2 energy and a power. When you play this, buff a friendly unit. Okay, it's not bad. Friendly buffed units have deflect. Okay. This isn't bad. It's not great either. A buff and deflect for 2 and a power? Yeah, I don't know. Deflect's just not really that great of a keyword. It doesn't really do that much. It's like okay early to mid game, but late game it just doesn't really do anything. Yeah, the fact that this thing has a power in its cost is just really turning me off of it. I don't know. When roll's the same. Ari. When I hold, you score an extra point. This card's very good. Yep, it's expensive, but it's very good. And it's your chosen champion, so even better. Yasuo alt art. Really nice. The exact same text. Zanyas. Okay, we've seen this before in the rules, but we haven't actually seen the physical card itself. 2 energy for gear hidden. The next time a friendly unit would die, kill this instead. We call that unit exhausted. So, how good is this? This is the first, like, protection spell we've seen, I guess, but yeah, I'm gonna have to test with this a lot to really say how good this is. It seems like it has potential, but there are a lot of things you can do to units besides just kill them to actually remove them. Like, you can push them off of battlefields, you can bounce them back to hand. It's not like your unit can't be targeted by spells or something this turn. It's just only protection against killing. So I'm not quite sure how good this card's gonna be. It might just be too specific to actually like see play. Maybe a decent sideboard card, depending on matchups, but we'll have to see. This guy, I think this guy's just bad. His abilities tap to give himself a buff, so he can't attack. Like, this card's just so slow. You have to untap him to actually do anything with him. So unless green has like really cheap untapping stuff, I don't see this card being useful. This guy's interesting. He's very expensive at 8 and 2 power. When you play me, give unit plus. I'm assuming this can also pump itself. So for 10 energy, you can play a 16 might guy and use Yasuo to swing with it immediately. Is that good though? It's okay. You already have a ton of like burst damage potential just with the Yasuo champion already, so I'm not exactly sure how this card is gonna fit in decks like that. If you have Yasuo down on the board, you can pump it a bunch, but like, you can already do that anyway with pump spells and for a lot cheaper. Yeah, I don't really think you need a 14 power Yasuo. At least not for this guy's cost. I don't know. Again, potentially a matchup specific card, but I don't think this card's that great. It's just so expensive. Mind Rune looks really nice. I'm hoping these cards aren't just like basic foil and have like crazy texturing and stuff. It looks so good. This guy, knowing what we know about Teemo now, I think this card's a little better than I gave credit for. Why not big number good? Because it's just big number, that's it. Yeah, I think this card's a little bit better. We'll get to the Teemo cards in a bit, because they're insane, I think. But this card by itself just isn't that great. Like, compare this to the Teemo champion that we have, right? You hide this and that for the same amount, 1 power, but this gives you a 3 might that's temporary, and the Teemo gives you a 4 might that sticks on the board. So like, just card for card, that is just a better card, and it's a unit, so you can play it down and score a point with Yasuo immediately anyway. So it has more flexibility. I guess you could do that with this as well. If you can like move the unit, you just like summon the unit in base and then move it, I guess. But like, it's 3 energy. I think if this was cheaper, it'd be a bit better, like 2 energy. Stupefy, we've already seen. This we've already seen. This guy, I think this is kind of in the same boat. The power cost on it is just a bit too steep. It's also comparable to Teemo. It's only 2 might, but it minuses something by 2. So it's technically kind of like a net 4 might card. You could play this as a normal spell. Yeah. Oh, does the token enter ready? No, it doesn't, right? Because Victor's worded the same way. Victor's token doesn't come in ready. Is there something in the rules that says sprite tokens or something with temporary comes in ready? Because I'm pretty sure this doesn't. Because it doesn't say to play it readied. Just like Victor's text. Sprite enters ready? Where does it say that, though? Oh, I'm dumb. It does say it right there. I just can't read. I see. Okay, this card's a bit better then. Yeah. Okay, I see the vision. You can use it as like a 3 cost, 3 damage removal spell then. Okay. Yeah, I see the vision with this card. It's better than I thought it was. Yeah, this is definitely playable then. You can attack with the thing right away. Yeah, it's pretty good. Kaisa. I like the art here. This is really nice. Still, I'm bummed out that they aren't full arts, man. This would look so good as a full art. TCG moment. Yeah. It's got ganking. When you conquer, play a spell from your trash with energy cost less than your points without paying its energy. And you still pay its power. Okay. Yeah, this card's not great. I mean, it's still okay. But, like, the fact you can't play your 7-drop signature spell is rough. And you still have to pay power for things. Yeah, I don't know. The ganking's pretty nice, so But like, you're gonna have to do more work to conquer battlefields with this for it to get value. So like, compare this to something like Yasuo, right? Yasuo by himself just puts up so much pressure and does so much on his own without needing like support. This probably will need some help. Unless your opponent just like doesn't play around it. In 2v2 you can, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, this card just seems okay. We're gonna have to test and see just how much value you can really get off this card, but like, if your opponent just walls you out, like you're playing against a hold heavy deck, then I don't see this guy really getting that much value. I guess if they have like an open battlefield and they're just holding onto the other one, then it could be pretty good, but yeah, we'll just have to see. It has potential, but I don't know. The fact that it's less than and not less than or equal to really is meh. This card sucks. Let's see if it changed. Each player looks at top 5, a main deck, chooses a card that recycles the rest, starting with the next player. Each player plays those cards, ignoring energy. Yeah, this card's terrible. I don't want to give my opponent free cards. That seems awful. We've already seen those. Here's the body. That's cool. I like the lightning effect. Again, this could look so good in foil. Bunch of different etching effects and stuff. Yeah. This guy's new. 3 energy, 3 might. When you play me, ready another unit. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah. Like, you can swing with MF, ready something. Play this, ready MF again. Attack with MF. Another time? That's really good. Yeah, this card's great. This is gonna have a ton of synergy with stuff. Insane card? Yeah. I think this is gonna be very good. We've already seen these. Traffic costs no powers wild, yeah. Yeah, this is a very good card. Yeah, this is the exact same. This card's alright. It helps get your buffs going, so you can start, like, having synergy with those. So, it's a good card. Nothing crazy, but it's good. Yeah, fine. The same, yeah. Yeah. Some more alt arts. Looks alright. Again, I really wish these were just full arts. Oh, this card looks amazing. I think this is one of the best looking alt arts we've seen. I like how bright it is, it's really nice. I don't think we saw the actual picture of Orange Seal yet, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's just a seal, so they're good cards. This guy's the exact same. Chaos Rune, that's nice. I like that. Again, could look extremely good in foil. These are all the same. Misfortune's gonna be pricey, yeah. Oh yeah. So many of the alt arts are gonna be extremely expensive. I think maybe, probably the Ari signature is gonna be the most expensive card in the set, if I had to guess. These cards are the same. This card I haven't actually seen yet, so we'll take a look at that. 2 energy gear. Return another friendly gear, unit, or hidden card to its owner's hand. Okay, so... have we seen any on-play effects? We have Madden Marauder. That's it? Another gear, unit, or hidden. That's a lot of targets. This is definitely a very synergistic combo-y card, but... like, when you draw this and you don't draw something to combo with it, this card just does literally nothing. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what it can combo with to really do anything. Okay, this card. Starting with the next player, each player may return a unit to its owner's hand. Is this an optional effect, right? Each player may return a unit to its owner's hand, so they don't have to. Or is it mandatory? I think it's optional, and if it's optional, this card's awful. 4 and an energy for just pick something of yours up is not worth it. Returned. Oh, I see. Okay. Any unit. So I pick something of yours, you pick something of mine. Okay. That's better. I wish it just said you get to pick all of them. That would be really good, but yeah, 4 and an energy for this. I think this is going to be more of a matchup specific card. Because like against Darius and a wide board of dudes, there's not anything specific you want to pick up for this much energy. It's really only good against their champion, right? And their champion gets value immediately because you can attack with it as soon as it comes down. And this doesn't have action or reaction. Yeah, I'm not seeing the vision with this card. Against like Volley, sure. Yeah, just pick up their 12 drop. That's very good, but there are plenty of other ways to remove that card anyway. Like Rebuke is just better. I've already seen Kane, this guy. His Fortune alt art, it's pretty nice. Teemo, this is the actual artwork in the set. Previously, we'd only seen an alternate art. Yeah, it's the exact same mechanically. Bimo. Nice. Jinx, champion alt art. Nice. Possession, same as before. Yeah, it has action now. Still terrible. These are all the same. Order Rune. I like this. This is cool. Very Leona. Alright, Solari Chief. This guy's name is like Ravoon, right? In the LOR. When you play me, choose an enemy unit. If it's stunned, kill it, otherwise stun it. That's good. It's alright. I wish it said like when it moved or when it attacked, but unplay is not bad. So Leona's effect, the legend effect, is when you stun something, you can buff a unit. So this guy is just going to be 5 might. Basically, not 4. Ravoon, yeah. Yeah, I think this card's good. It kind of needs help. Like, you have to stun something before and then play this to kill it. Or you have to stun something. Well, if you play this down and stun something, you gotta kind of use that stun, or else it just goes away and you've wasted it. So you have to like already have a unit from a previous turn to attack with. So I think this is a good card, but it's just gonna need a bit of setup. These are all the same. Yeah. The face tank, shield, and when I attack, stun an enemy unit here. Yeah, this card's very good. Especially as your champion always having access to this. Yeah, and this is basically going to be 5 might always because of the Legends effect. Yeah, this card's very good. Very good. Even in set, and not Leona, this card's still very good. Speaking of set, I think this card's decent. It has potential. It is also kind of just a big guy that doesn't really do anything else. So he gets +1 for each buff friendly unit at my battlefield, and I'm pretty sure that includes himself. So if he's buffed, he's 6 and then 7 for 4 and a power. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see just how much critical mass of might it's really gonna take to make essentially a vanilla be good. Because this guy doesn't really do anything except be big. So, I don't know. But he can get really big really fast. Especially with like the Sithri of the 2-drop. So he can be pretty good. Does include himself, yeah? Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Alternate art. Pretty good. Leona's. I like it. I don't know the names for any of these skins. I'm not really a League player, so. Victor alt art. I like the normal Victor art better. Just personally. Okay, the Legends. And the champion spells. This is where things get crazy. These are the best cards in the set. And I think they should be, because they're your deck, they're your build round. Alright, Kaisa. Tap as a reaction, add a power. You can only use it for spells. Originally, the translation, I thought it said the spell can't be countered. But it doesn't say that, it's just a reminder text. So, knowing that it doesn't do that, I think this card's still very good. We'll have to see just how many, like, spells, especially in the earlier game, are gonna take power to use. Because if you're just sitting on this ability, not using it for a few turns, then it's like, you don't have it. So, same position as Volley. Yeah, we'll just have to see how many good targets there are for this ability to really get value out of it. Because this is potentially a crazy amount of ramp. Really good. Acathian Rain. Deal 2 to a unit 6 times is very good. But it's very expensive. And the champion can't play it in 1v1. So I think this card is still very good. 12 damage split is a lot of damage to a lot of things, but it's just so expensive. Yeah, the earliest you can play this normally is what, turn 3 going second? I guess that's not that bad. Acathian Rain versus Deflect, yeah. Yeah. But like, I don't think Darius has Deflect, right? On anything. Neither does Victor. So Jinx doesn't. At least right now. Yeah, I think Kaisa has potential. Just based off of this effect and this card, she's probably going to have very polarizing matchups, I would imagine, because this card is like extremely good against go wide decks. And it's just okay. Darius doesn't have any, yeah. Voli. We've already seen this guy, but yeah, he's alright. Stormbringer, very good card. Jinx, we've already seen. Good effect. Extra draw is amazing. And it's free. Rocket, very good card. Darius. Spirit's Refuge goes crazy against it, yeah. But that's hyper specific for that card. This guy has tap, reaction, legion, add, and energy. And this doesn't go on the chain, so it can't be reacted to because it's an add ability. Yeah, that's just great. Just playing the entire game with an extra energy every turn. Very good. Yeah, he's gonna put up a ton of early game aggressive pressure. The question just is, how easily is he going to be able to protect his units or draw extra cards so that losing all his stuff doesn't matter as much? Because we've seen a ton of removal, like good removal and board wipes and stuff, so yeah, I'm not sure. But just the legend itself is a very good effect. Extra energy for free is very good, and its reactions, you can use it on the opponent's turn too. This card's very good. 4 energy, action, choose a unit, kill it the next time it takes damage, or if you have Legion, you just kill it. And it doesn't specify unit on a battlefield, so you can kill things in base. 4 energy, just kill something is very good. Especially since, like, if you have Legion, you're gonna use this, so this is like 3 energy. 3 energy kill something is even better. The only thing that we have that does that is Harness Dragon, and that's an 8 drop. So, this card is very good. Ari is also extremely good. Also very polarizing against certain matchups. Very good against aggro. When an enemy unit attacks a battlefield you control, give it -1 might, to a minimum of 1. So any go wide deck that isn't using the recruit tokens, like Darius or Jinx, is just gonna cry against this matchup. So many of your cards are just so bad against this card. Yeah, this card has definite potential. We're gonna do the tier list on Legends in a bit, so I'll talk more about stuff then. Her spell is also pretty good. 3 energy, no power, hidden and action, which is a very good combo. Kill any number of units at a battlefield with total might 4 or less. And that obviously combos with this, which is very good. One power, kill stuff with total might 4 or less is crazy. Because that's basically like they swing in something that's 5 might, now it's 4 might, so it dies for a power. That's extremely efficient removal. Yeah, this card's very good, and you can just hold it in hand for as an action anyway. Yeah, this card's great. This Lee Sin, okay. I think this card's pretty bad. Like, you just compare it card for card to Victor, and Victor's just better. And they do very similar things, like 1 energy tap, buff a unit. First 1 energy tap. Where is he? Play a 1 might recruit. Like, this effect is just better, because it puts up scoring pressure, it puts a unit on board. This does literally nothing by itself. You need stuff on the field. And even then, it's like... Victor makes a token, so if you have a guy on the field and you make a token, now you have 2 guys. You can take both fields. It's very good. This is just And seeing his support cards, I'm not digging Lee Sin. I think his champion's really bad. I think this card's not great. This card is very good though. So there's at least that. 4 energy and a power for a spell, not action or reaction. Move an enemy unit, then choose another enemy unit at its destination. They fight each other, basically. Potentially a very good card. It has the ability to remove 2 units if they have the same might. But I think most of the time it's just going to be killing one thing, the smaller thing, which is... eh. It does move something though, so it pushes stuff off. We have yet to see the other league? Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping it's a lot better. So this card's pretty good, I'd say. I think it having the push effect is really nice. If it was just the double fight, then eh. But yeah. Like just comparing this to Guillotine. There's a lot you can do with Dragon's Rage that you can't do with Guillotine and vice versa, so... I think there's a lot of situations where Dragon's Rage is better and a lot of situations where Guillotine's better, so... They at least have that going for it. Alright, Yasuo we've already seen. This effect is... meh, it's okay. It's quite expensive. I think it's the most expensive we have yet, too. Moving stuff is very good, but you're just losing out on a bunch of energy when you do that. So, it's gotta be worth it. Last Breath we've already seen, very good card. Okay, Leona. Another free effect that just activates. Not once per turn, not a tap ability, it just goes off. As many times as you want every turn. When you stun 1 or more enemy units, buff a friendly unit. That effect is very good. Especially if like green and yellow have ways of spending the buffs. That's gonna be very strong. Just a free buff every time you breathe. It's amazing. And like all the cards from Leona we've seen stun stuff, so this is just free, it's going to be happening a lot. Zenith Blade action, this is very similar to Last Breath. 3 and 2 power, stun an enemy unit at a battlefield. You may move a friendly unit to that enemy unit's battlefield. I'm pretty sure if you have a ganking unit, you can move it across to this battlefield from the other one. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, because it doesn't specify a unit from base. So, that's something to think about. I don't know if green and yellow have any ganking anyway, so it may not matter. But yeah, essentially, you stun something, you buff something, and then you move a unit that is bigger than the thing that you're stunning so that you can kill it. Wait, how does that... Okay, so... when you attack onto a battlefield and you tie combat, and there's both players having a unit still on the battlefield, the attacker gets pushed back to base, right? So if you play this and you stun their attacker and you move up anything, it doesn't matter, and both units are still alive, the attacker gets pushed back, right? You get to stay on the battlefield? That might be how that works. If that works that way, this card's very good, because that's just... Attackers leave, yeah, and you get to stay. So you don't even have to kill the thing that they're attacking with. You can just use anything and take the point anyway. Their unit doesn't die, obviously, but you still get the point and deny them tempo. Yeah, this card's very good. Especially since it's an action. Yeah, that's just amazing. Alright, Teemo. I think this card is actually very good too. So, you could pay energy to play hidden cards instead of power. That already is very good. You can pay an energy and tap him, put a Teemo unit you own into your hand from the champion zone or from the board. Wait, how do you get the point? Because you conquered. I think. At the end of combat, you're the only one remaining, right? Because they're the attacker, so they get bounced back to base. I think that's how that works. Do you have to specifically attack in order to conquer? Or do you just have to be the one standing on the battlefield at the end of combat? If you have to attack and be the attacker to get points, then yeah, this doesn't get a point. But if it's just you have to have the unit at the end of combat, then yeah, provided you haven't scored that battlefield that turn. But you aren't the defender. Are you not? Yeah, okay. I'll have to check rules later. Yeah, this effect is also very good. Just letting you reuse your Teemo champion. And I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed to... I've heard somewhere that you can't play the Teemo champion as a hidden from the champion zone. If they have a unit at the battlefield and you move into it, you're the attacker. What's the question? So Zenith Blade, right? Let's say my opponent is attacking an empty battlefield. And I play Zenith Blade, and I stun their guy, and I move up one of my own guys. They're the attacker, so they get bounced back because both units are still alive because they're stunned. Do I score a point? That's the question. As long as I haven't scored that battlefield that turn, which it's the opponent's turn, so I don't know. Yeah, you don't know? Yeah, I don't know either. I'll have to read the rules and ask people. Because that's a very rules-layery question, I guess. And hey, the rules might not even specify because they're not finished yet, so... Yeah, I think the reason this says you can put it from your champion zone into your hand is because you can't play the Teemo champion hidden from the champion zone. I think I heard that somewhere. You definitely score a point because you're conquering an unowned field. That's what I would assume. Wouldn't both of you be attackers since no one controls the battlefield? Which is weird. Yeah, that is weird. Huh. Yeah, that's a rules question. We'll think about it later. But yeah, I think Teemo's very good. Paying energy instead of power for hiddens is very good. It saves you a lot of runes over the course of a game. And then getting to reuse your spent Teemos is also very good. Question is who would get bounced back and who's defined as defender. Yeah, if you're both defined as attackers, you both get bounced back, I guess. This card's also insane. 2 energy into power. Return 2 hiddens from your trash to your hand. And then hiddens are free the rest of the turn. So if you play 2 hiddens with this thing, that's 2 energy. So this thing essentially... Oh, that's the wrong card. This thing essentially is 0 energy, 1 power. Get 2 hiddens. If you can play both the hiddens down that turn. Insane. This card's very good. I think Teemo probably has the best grind game and like outlasting potential. Just because of like this reuse effect and this recycling. So like if you just run your opponent out of cards, that's a win condition in itself essentially. Yeah, that could potentially be extremely strong. Victor, we've already seen, he's very good. Give ganking for a tap ability. That's not bad, it's free. It's aggressive point scoring. With not much commitment. So, I think this definitely has potential. Yeah, I can see it. The orange MF already has ganking, so you're not going to be giving it to that. I don't know if the purple one does as well, it might. So you're going to have to give it to other units. But yeah. And the orange MF is a crazy card, so you being able to play it in this deck as your chosen champ is very good. So I think this deck is also potentially pretty good. I don't think it's as crazy as some of the other stuff we've seen, but it's got aggressive pushing potential. This card I don't think is very good. The only application I see with this is on the last turn of the game, you just nuke a battlefield. And that's it. Which is okay, but that's not worth like playing as a 3 of. You just pay so much power, it's like all your runes are gone now. Purple MF does not have ganking? Okay. I think you still play the orange one as your chosen champ, because that card's just so good. But yeah, this card... maximum of 2 of. Bullet time and Warwick. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. But that is some setup. If the only reason you're playing this card in your deck is because another card is good, then... I don't know, man. When you draw this and not Warwick, you just can't play it. Well, I guess you can, but, like, you delete your energy. So late game, as a bomb, pretty good, but... I think this is like a 2 of max. Maybe even like side deck depending on matchups. The boss. Also known as Big Wrist, as per the Chinese translation. Yeah, this card I think is good. When a buffed unit control would die, you can pay a power and exhaust this card to get rid of its buff and recall it back to base. When you conquer Ready B. Okay. So you can do it again, I guess. Yeah, I mean, having a protection spell for 1 power is pretty good. That kind of seems insane against tokens. Yeah, against Victor. But how often are they really putting all their guys on 1 battlefield, right? Victor has so much conquering power with his spells that holding is not his primary strategy. Yeah, this card's very good. Protection spell for a single power is quite strong. Yeah, I think this guy is definitely gonna have potential. We'll see. I think a deck like this that wants to really go tall and like build up a big guy or two is gonna be very good against something like Ari. So just play 6 seals would be fine. Okay. Okay. This card's insane. 1 energy, 1 power. Buff a friendly unit in base, then move it to a battlefield. That's crazy. 1 energy move. And you get a buff, so it doesn't die? What? This card's insanely good. It's very similar to the green move spell we saw earlier, but yeah. Yeah, very good card. And yep, that's it. We've already seen these guys, the signatures. They look pretty good. Wooly looks nice. Kaisa looks cool. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see all the foiling on these and how they choose to do stuff like this with etching and whatnot. Alright, I'm gonna go take like a 5-minute max break just to get water and stuff, and then I'll be back and we'll start doing a tier list of the legends. Then deck building stuff, so. No battlefields today was weird? I guess, yeah, but they're gonna show stuff eventually. Maybe they won't even show off the battlefields, I don't know. They're not that exciting of cards compared to like the actual cards in the set. People really want to see those. So, anyway, I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes. Alright, I am back. With some Powerade and a Cowtail. These guys. I don't know if you guys have ever had these. These are goated. Definitely recommend. Like a chocolatey stick with like chocolate filling in it. Alright. Tier list time. What should we start off with? Let's just do the ones that we already know to get like a baseline. I still think Victor's very good. Seeing more of the set now, I think he's closer towards the top end of the power level of stuff we've seen still, which is like about what we would expect, right? A lot of people have said over the course of playing the game that Victor seems like he is basically a complete deck already. Like he has all of his cards that he's supposed to, so. Which is why he felt extremely strong. It's similar with Jinx pretty much, I think. Just the extra draw effect is so good. There's really not that much card draw in this game, especially not free card draw. So I think this card is still just very good. And I'm not really going to be talking about like the entire deck, like the entire Champions package here. I'm just mostly going over like the legends themselves, just basing them off of their own effects. So I think once we actually like playtest a bunch, I'll be able to better understand the full decks and the full packages and evaluate those better than I could today. But just doing a single card I think is pretty straightforward, so what we're doing. Kaisa. So I should put up bigger pictures of these. Off to the side here. See if that looks good. A little bit over. Okay. So this is Victor. We've already seen him before, but in case you haven't, Jinx, we've already seen her before. Like 2 months of playing with them, so we already pretty much know what they do. Same with Holy Bear. This is new art, and he's got a new keyword now, but we've been playing with him for a while as well. And Yasuo as well. Currently, Yasuo I think is the worst legend that we have right now. His effect is just expensive, and he really doesn't have that much to use with it besides the champion, which is an extremely good card. It's just still not good enough. He needs more than just these cards to be really good. Against Victor he struggles a ton, against Jinx he struggles a ton. It's just Holy Bear's his only good matchup right now, so, and that deck is also not gonna be that great. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in like here-ish. Like he has potential. He could get better, but it's really between these two tiers. Maybe like bottom end of B, top end of C. Something like that seems about right. I'll stick it in here for now. We can reorganize once we're done. Where's the... It's Bully. This guy. Bully's kind of in the same boat. He's just okay. His effect really doesn't do anything until mid-game. Like, the first time you're gonna be able to play a 4-might, a 5-might is like turn 2 bare minimum, unless you're going second with Obelisk and you draw Mr. Buccaneer. Then you can do turn 1, but it's extremely niche. So like turn 2 or 3 is the first time you're going to be able to proc this. And a lot of the other legends can do their stuff a lot earlier, so they get more value out of it over the course of a game. The effect is very good when you get it. Getting extra ramp for free, basically. You ask Kelly the question. Is he gonna play the question? Okay. You are the defender in your scenario. Oh. Okay, so you do get the point. You do stay on the battlefield, the other player gets kicked. Double checking? Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, volley seems like in this area to me. Like, if we're just talking the ramp volley deck, it's definitely down here. It's one of the worst decks we have right now. But the aggro volley is actually, like, pretty good, so... But it's not really the volley bear cards that are making it pretty good, it's Jinx's stuff. So... I think just in terms of the legend by itself and its potential, and compared to everything else on this list, it's okay. I think someone wanted Kaisa. Kaisa is very good. She's around here. I think I'll reorder all the tiers once we, like, get stuff all put on, but she's definitely extremely strong. From as early as turn 1, essentially, you can use her effect, and it's a reaction. I guess I should explain how this card interacts with ramping, because I've seen a lot of people just not really know how this is permanent ramp. The same thing with seals, so I guess I should explain that. Like when you put a seal down, you recycle a rune to do it. It's your net -1 runes on that turn, and then the next turn you use the seal to pay a power cost, in which case you don't put back a rune, which is technically like gaining a rune, kind of. It's like net gaining a rune. So overall you're like net neutral. You've gone -1 last turn, +1 this turn. So then the next turn, the seal generates another power, which stops you from deramping another rune, which is kind of like ramping a rune, like net ramping a rune. And then as it goes on over the course of the game, you just get more and more quote-unquote ramp, essentially. And Kaisa's the exact same thing. She's just a seal, but only for spells. So essentially, she is just permanent ramp in the same way that Volibear is, except you can use her a lot sooner, and it's with spells instead of big units. So just the fact that you can use her for starting from turn 1 is very good, especially since it has reaction. It doesn't matter when or what spells you're playing, just matters that you're playing spells with power costs to get value out of this, which is very good. This card is definitely, I think, gonna see play if the champions and the spell line up well enough in the format. But yeah, just this legend by itself is an extremely good card. Let's do Misfortune next. I'd say this card is more like in between these two, A and B. It's a very good card, but it's not like as good as the ones up here. I guess it does put up like a ton of scoring pressure early, like having a permanent windswept only for you on either battlefield. That sounds pretty good. So I think potentially you can have like a very aggressive early scoring pressure with this deck without actually committing many resources, because you only need 1 unit to be able to gank with back and forth and stuff like that. So I'm leaning towards putting this up here, but like at the bottom, I think is a good place for it. I don't think she's as bad as these other two down here. Lee Sin. Yeah, I think this just goes here. I think this is the worst one on the list. This card, I just don't see the vision with yet. Especially considering the other cards in his kit. Like, Dragon's Rage is good, but that champion is so bad. But just based on the legend himself, like... directly compared to Victor, this card is just so much worse. Because Victor, like... I said it before, I'll reiterate again. Victor makes a token, so you get the same amount of might onto the board, except the token is scoring pressure by itself. And it's really good scoring pressure, because it can take open battlefields with such low commitment, and your opponent doesn't feel good about removing those units, because they're just tokens, you haven't really invested anything into making them. It's one of the reasons Victor's so strong. It also synergizes with cards like Hidden Blade and Cold the Weak, like, so well. Yeah, I just think this card is a little eh. If it didn't cost energy, I think it'd be a lot better. Probably up here with these other guys. Maybe even towards A, like bottom of A, but as it stands, nah. Nah, man. Too expensive, doesn't do enough. That's Blazing Scorcher. Kaisa, Darius, okay. Darius, I think, is potentially very good. I think just playing the game, the entire game, with essentially an extra mana for free, is very good. Especially since this is a reaction. You could use it on your opponent's turn, on your turn, doesn't matter. It's going to be harder to proc the Legion effect on your opponent's turn, because you need to double spell on the opponent's turn, but I think on your turn it's going to be pretty easy in this deck, because it's designed to be like aggressive and trigger Legion every turn and have a bunch of stuff aggro. Yeah, exactly. So I think early game, this is probably the most aggressive, most explosive deck in the game. Partly because of this effect being so good. Like, getting an extra energy every turn is extremely good the earlier on in the game it is. Because, like, if you're turn 1, that's 50% extra energy. Instead of 2, you have 3, as long as you can trigger Legion with something like a Seal or other cheaper cards. But as you go on further in the game, obviously it gets a lot worse. When you're at 12, the jump from 12 to 13 is just very minimal. So it even further helps him out with his aggressive early game strategy. I've heard this deck is super scary to play against too, if you're not equipped to deal with it. Just imagining the amount of pressure and the amount of bite you can put up on the board early game is crazy, it seems. I think he's going to struggle a lot against decks like Kaisa, potentially. Things that have access to lots of good removal and cheap removal, board wipes and such. So potentially in those matchups you're gonna have to side into like more late game stuff and play like more conservatively. Don't put all your resources on the board early game. Play a more reactive strategy, more slower. Try and just focus on conquering, taking points instead of like flooding the board with a bunch of dudes. Darius seems like one of the decks to beat. I think so too, yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of decks that feel like they're going to be decks to beat, which is really good. I'm excited about that. I think the meta is going to be extremely good, at least early on. Maybe we'll figure stuff out that's going to be like a lot stronger than others, but we'll see. Alright, Victor, Jinx, Ahri. Okay. Potentially one of the most expensive decks in the game for reasons. I think this deck is also extremely good. Or this legend, I should say. Yeah, this ability just being a free static ability that nerfs every unit your opponent's playing is extremely good. Especially against Darius and Jinx. Kind of Victor sometimes. This doesn't really do anything to the tokens, so there's that. But yeah, this is probably like your premier anti-aggro strategy, if you want to go that route. Which I'm a bit scared of, that they're printing such like potentially hard counters to decks. That doesn't seem like a very good way of balancing things. Like, if Darius just loses to Ahri, and Ahri just loses to other stuff, that doesn't... I really don't like it when formats are like that. I like them to be a little more balanced than that. But yeah, we'll see how... We'll have to just see how skewed the matchups actually are when you play them. Because that's what really matters. Okay, the Zenith Blade thing. Should go to the rules question channel and read the recent Kelly answer. Okay. Sure, I'll take a quick detour. The rules questions? This one? Opponent conquers the battlefield in an open showdown, then combat starts with you as the attacker. What? That's not how that works. This card's an action. You play it before they conquer. Huh? To be honest though, what? Okay. Let me look at the card again. Where's this? Yippee. Yeah, it's an action. So your opponent attacks the empty battlefield. Before they conquer, you play this and you start a combat. So they don't get the conquer, they don't get the point. Unless the rules are just so borked. But that's my interpretation at least. That's what makes sense to me. But since the battlefield was empty before, it resolves the showdown and makes the combat between the units pending. What? Then after the showdown, a combat showdown starts. That's so wild. When you play an action at the start of a showdown, it's still the showdown. Like, that doesn't stop the showdown. I don't know, this is a really weird ruling. I'll have to just talk to people more about it. But yeah, that's a really strange way of ruling that. Yeah, I don't know. Just have to talk more about it later. Alright, yeah, again, I think Ari's extremely strong. This deck is definitely going to be very good, especially if Darius and Jinx are very good. Because it's going to have innately good matchups against that because of this ability. Yeah, but empty battlefield showdowns are different from combat showdowns, I guess. Yeah, but the action doesn't stop the showdown. And the unit is moved while the action is still resolving. The action doesn't resolve and then afterwards move the unit. The unit is moved as part of the resolution of the action. Unless they're ruling it that this means... Oh. Let me just open... wherever it is. Unless they're ruling that you may move a friendly unit to that enemy unit's battlefield happens after the resolution of this card. Because if it happens during the resolution of this card, that current showdown is still active because the action is still on the stack. At least that's from my understanding. That makes sense to me. Alright, speaking of Leona, I think this card's very good. Free buffs when you stun anything. Not once per turn, not during your turn, not tapping, just free. All the time. Whenever you stun. And you stun a lot in this deck, it looks like. Or at least you can. So I think this is pretty good. How good is it though is the question. I think it's like around A and B. Like probably bottom of A, top of B, maybe closer to bottom of A. It's rule stock thing. I don't think we're getting much more insight from reading Zenith Blade. Yeah, I would assume so. Sorry for derail. No, it's fine. It's important to talk about stuff like this. Yeah, I think it really just depends how often you're going to be able to proc this ability. Because if you're doing it like every turn from turn 1, this ability is very good. But if it's just like, oh, you play the champion and Ravoon and that's like it, that's all the stuns you have, then the card gets significantly worse. So I really think this one just depends on stuff that isn't itself, like other cards, other stuns, so I'm gonna keep it in here for now because, you know what? Let me make another tier. How do I add another tier? Add row below. Potential A tier 1 or B tier 2. Let's change that to light pink. I'm gonna put that there. Put that there as well. This goes there. I think that's good. That's a good distinction. Because I think we pretty much already know that the stuff in A tier is going to be very good. Like, we have confirmation with the card pool that we have available right now that these cards are going to be very good. So I feel a lot safer putting them up there. These ones really depend on meta and card pool. So they're more like iffy choices. These ones I just don't think are that great of legends, and this one is just meh. Holy Bear, we talked about Teemo. Alright, That's another one up there. This card's got so many words on it, it has to be good, right? And yeah, I think both of his effects are very good. Getting to pay energy instead of power for hidden cards is very good. That prevents you from de-ramping a lot throughout the course of a game. So he's going to have a lot of mana to play with. And even his second effect too, to reuse spent T-bows, is very good. It gives this card and this deck a lot of recyclability and potential for like having a grind game. Like you just run your opponent out of cards and that's a viable win condition. I haven't really seen any other decks that can really do that. There's not really that much recycling in the game. Like Jinx has one card. You've got your extra draw effect as well, so there's that. That's pretty good too for like longer games. Yeah, I don't really see the other ones really having much grind game potential. So this is really the first legend we've seen that's able to innately do that, which is very good. And both his effects are really good. And the boss, or Big Wrist, as is the direct Chinese translation. This card is also going to be a bit iffy. I think this is also a good example of something that belongs in here, because just like playing a Protect the Castle, have a big guy or two big guys is potentially a polarizing strategy. Just like Volibear. Volibear hard loses into some decks and probably hard wins into some decks as well. He struggles extremely against Victor currently. That's basically just an auto loss matchup, at least with the ramp one. The aggro build of Volley does a lot better, but it's not really Volley's cards doing that, it's all the aggressive red cards. So this guy could be in a similar boat, just trying to build up one big guy or a couple big guys is pretty susceptible to certain removal spells and gameplay styles, but this effect on its own is still very strong, I think. It's out of focus, let me put it there. I'd definitely say it's very strong. I think Darius is going to be one of the best decks. The champ spell is insane. Yes. The legend is insane, the champ spell is insane. The champion unit is insane. I just think we'll have to see how hard countered he gets by other decks and other cards. And if he runs out of gas and stuff. If you play Zenith in response to someone moving to an open battlefield, a non-combat showdown will trigger, followed by a combat showdown. Okay, in that case, they must be ruling it that... Hold on. What is it? This second sentence happens after the resolution of the action spell. I think that's how they have to rule that. Because if... It wouldn't make any sense if during the current showdown you play an action and while the action is still resolving, it's still the same showdown. And then you move a unit during the resolution of the action spell, so it's still the same showdown. They shouldn't score a point, because now the field is contested. So it has to be like, stun an enemy unit, and then the showdown finishes, giving the opponent a point, and then afterwards, you can move a unit. I think that's how it has to be ruled, for it to work like that. It happens the same for every other card that would move your unit there. Yeah. non-combat showdown cannot become a combat showdown? So what you're saying is they move a unit to an open battlefield. I play this during the showdown. The card resolves. I move my unit. And then the non-combat showdown resolves with a contested battlefield? Is that what happens? That's really weird. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to ask people and talk about it. Because to me, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is my opponent conquering a battlefield and scoring a point while the battlefield's contested and I have a unit on it? That doesn't make any sense to me. And then a combat showdown happens? I hope not, because that would suck. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense to me. Why is my opponent conquering and scoring while I have a unit there? And the battlefield's contested? Because the combat's pending? So you're saying... Okay. So you're saying, I play this action card. I stun a unit. Then I move, but I haven't actually moved there yet. I'm like in the process of moving while the showdown is ending and my opponent's scoring a point. Is that how that works? That would make more sense, because I'm moving there. I'm not actually there yet, so I'm not contesting. That makes more sense. I guess that's a good way to think about it. I can kind of see that. The card's useless then? I don't know if it's useless, it's just a lot worse than I thought it was. It's still very good. I don't know if it's very good. Because they still get the point. The whole point of this spell was to deny them the point and kick their unit off or kill it. But they get the point anyway. So this is essentially just a removal spell or a way to accelerate scoring on your turn by moving something that's exhausted. Yeah, I think this card's okay. It's not nearly as good as I thought it was. I think that's good for the tier list. I think that's about where I'd imagine these effects stack up. Seems way too weak as a champion spell. It's not that bad. It's still alright. The 2 power cost hurts. If this was 1, I think it'd be pretty good. Most of the champion spells are way worse. What? No. These spells are crazy. Well, this one's not that great. I'll give you that. Siphon Power's insane. We already know that from testing. Guerrilla Warfare is insane. It's like potentially a 0 energy +1. Last Breath is really good. It has a lot of neat tricks you can do with it. Dragon's Rage, we have to test, but it seems okay. Most of the time it's just going to be a kill spell and push, which is pretty good. This card's very good. Just 3 energy, no power. Kill stuff? That's great. With this effect, it's amazing. This card's amazing. Yeah, this card's crazy. Rocket's really good. We already know that. Stormbringer is really good. This card is just a blowout against certain decks. It makes holding sometimes just not a viable strategy. It's good, but 2 costs is way too high. For this, yeah, I think it should be 1. I agree. I think it's... Dragon's Breath is bad by virtue of having to play Lee Sin. That I'll agree with, yeah. If Lee Sin's other champion isn't good, I think this might be the worst deck. Other than the Proving Ground stuff. The Cathian Rain is potentially very good. We'll really have to see how the meta shapes up and just how expensive this card is to play, but yeah, it has potential. Signature spells are more situational than I would have liked. For some of them, yeah, I think so. I think like Rocket and Guillotine are pretty open-ended versatile, but like Stormbringer, yeah. Extremely strong against some decks, not very good against others. Maybe same with the Cathian Rain. Dragon's Rage, it's alright. It's like decent in most situations, I'd say. Foxfire's pretty good if you're holding. It helps you hold really well. 1 power to kill something that's like 5 might is extremely good rate-wise. This card's decent. It's like good late game, but it really doesn't have much use early or mid. You definitely don't want to be playing like 2 of them unless you're playing like a super huge 12 energy pop-off turn to like nuke a Volibear board. That's basically it. I think this card's basically just always going to be good. Depends really on how many hidden cards you're going to be able to play and how good they are. Maybe hiddens just aren't that strong, but like the blue one we saw earlier was pretty good. Especially since you can play them with just energy instead of power. It's very strong. And Siphon Power is very good, we already know that. Showstopper's insane. 1 energy, buff and move a unit? Excuse me? That card's crazy. Especially because the unit just doesn't die, right? That's so good. Yeah, so many of these cards are great. Yeah, I'm really excited to get building. Which is what we're gonna do right now. What do you guys want to see first? Oh, get rid of stuff. Get out of here. I'm leaning towards building... Who do I want to test out? I think not... Yeah, Darius is just... With the card pool we have right now, I think Darius is just crazy. We just don't have many blue cards. So like, Ari and Timo, I don't think they're really that buildable right now. We don't have many hiddens in these colors. We just don't have many blue cards in general, and Victor's hard carried by the yellow stuff, so That's why he works. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try just building Darius and go Unga Bunga today. Meet Darius. Me smash. Great. Darius aggro. Battlefields. What do you play for Darius? Do you want this? Maybe you're gonna try to hold a bit early game. Yeah, you've got a lot of early game pressure. So you're probably gonna win battlefields early against most decks. So I think that's pretty good for you. Targon's Peak is also decent. I don't know about Warcamp, because Jinx doesn't play this. Maybe you do. If you go wider, it's mostly just a Victor thing to make the tokens crazy, but maybe against Ahri is extremely strong. Extra damage on spells? Discard draw? You have some stuff that synergizes ganking. You have enough units anyway. Sigil? Sigil is usually good, but it kind of like lessens the effect of your legend ability. Like I said before, if you have extra mana early game, that's a lot better than having extra mana like mid to late game. And this card just pushes you towards that, so I don't know. Reaver's Row? How good is Reaver's Row in this deck? Oh, sorry, not Sigil, Obelisk. I always get these two confused because the arts are so similarly colored. Let's just try this. I think this is pretty good. We can try this. I want to see how this goes. What else? Either this or this, I think. I think Altar is gonna help you play around removal like Kaisa's stuff a little bit better. Maybe not actually, because 6 is I don't know, it depends. We'll just throw this in there and see what happens. We'll do rune count last. Okay, main deck. Free that. Free that. Do we play this? I don't think we play this. That's just too much card commitment. I don't really want a 2-for-1 myself even more in this deck. That's quite a lot. This guy. This guy. Do we play this? We might actually play this. I'm gonna throw 2 in there. Because that is actually some card draw. This card may actually not be that bad in this deck. Where's Seals? Oh. I think that's a no-brainer. Just throw 3 of those in there. What else? I don't think we played this. I'd play at least one of these. Maybe more, we'll see. This card's good. High cost stuff. Cool patron, I don't really know. You can't kill tokens, so I think that gets a lot worse. This guy, definitely. Probably this. Grand Strat. Sure, we'll throw in at least 2 for now. Do they not have sideboarding on built over yet? I guess not. Oh. I'd probably sideboard a third of that, maybe depending on matchups. This guy, is this guy good? We don't really want to kill our units in this deck, like we do in Victor, because we don't have tokens. Oh. I think Hidden Blade is probably still worth running. We have like some token generation. The stun stuff I'm not sure about. 3 this card, that's very good. How many do we still need? 5? Harness Dragon. How often are we getting to 8 in this deck? Like, I guess we can play 2 of this. That seems maybe fine. As like top end. I don't know how long games are gonna go with this deck to where you're getting to 8. Or if it's gonna help you. It seems like it, well, I think this is a very good card anyway, so I'd want to play it. Victor Legend. I think this card's decent. Yeah, we've got a lot of red early game stuff, so seals make sense. Oh, okay. Why can't I put runes in? What? Hello? Can I add this? Yeah. Did it tell me what my split looks like? Yeah. Okay, so that's like... Okay, like 5 and 7-ish. I don't know if we play Disintegrate. Maybe as like a sideboard card? That seems fine. Same with stuff like more late game-ish cards, like maybe more Darius, Scorchers, something like that. Coals as well, potentially. What do I have for 2 drops? Like nothing? Okay, I think we need some 2 drops. Oh, we've got these guys, I guess. 6? Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay. I don't think we really need Bird in this deck. I think the other guys are just better. Yeah, that seems like definitely enough early game. And then Scrapyard for some draw power. Harness Dragon for some top end. This to close out games. Removal. That seems fine. I think I'd want to put in more mid-game. So we only have Scrapyard. And Dragon, I guess, as well. This card seems very good. Set, we don't have any buffs. This card's also decent. I do like this card. We don't have things like siphon power, so... I think to better help Hidden Blade, I'm gonna throw in these guys. And just run with that for now. We'll see how that works. Do we really need... Yeah, I guess we do need a good split of yellow and red. Mostly red, though. I think I'll keep it like this. I do want to be able to play down things like Captain as soon as I can. And yeah, stuff like Choppers, Vi, turn 1. It's pretty important. Sometimes Hopeful, Accelerate. Seal turn 1's probably important. Okay, I think that's good for this. Let's go with that for now. Let's see about other decks. Kinda just want to build a bunch right now, then like play tomorrow. After I'm more rested after yesterday's fest of a billion reveals over the course of 5 hours. Let's build Ari. I think I'm excited about Ari. You want to hold, so that goes in. You want to hold, so I'm not playing Reavers. I think that's a good pick. So I just hold the other battlefield and my opponent's forced to recycle their stuff. That seems very good. Blue and green doesn't deal damage, so I don't want that. This, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want that. This, Conquer, I guess Plaza. Sure. Sounds fine. Okay, what do I do? 3 of those. That seems very good. Probably 3 Defy. 3 Discipline. Wielder's good. I think you play at least 2 on guard. Maybe like 2 of this. Yasuo. Do we play Yasuo? We're gonna play at least 1 of this, because that's our chosen. Do we want to play Yasuo? That's a good question. It's a very good card. I think so. I think at least having 2 is good for bunker busting in some matchups. This, I don't really think this guy does anything. And I also think my music just stopped. It did, yes, let me restart it. Stupefy. That's great. This? Yeah, I think because we're holding all the time, this is pretty decent, right? I think that guy's very good in this deck. Same with this, maybe? Yeah, I think Clock can go. These seem just good by themselves. This early game. 6 seems fine for early game. This guy... I think this is a decent card. I'm gonna throw in like 2. This guy I don't want to play. None of these I want to play. Does Ari not have her signature spell? Oh. That's a little weird. Why didn't they give that to us? What? Oh, it does. Yeah, I just forgot. Wraith. Do we want to play Wraith in this deck? Definitely don't want to play Unchecked Power. That's for sure. How many cards am I at? I need 9. Okay, there really aren't that many options, huh? This card, Caitlyn, is good in Yasuo, because you can attack and then tap it to shoot. Meditation could be good in this deck, because we're not moving. I don't want to draw too many of them, though. I think I'll throw in 2. Timer doesn't do anything right. I think I will throw in a 3rd Yasuo. I think this ability on Ahri stacks, right? So if I put 2 of them down, I score 3 points when I hold. That's kind of insane, but that's hard to do. Sure, I'll try it. What are we at now? 4 more. That helps you hold. I'll add another. I'll throw in 2 wind wall just in case. Probably side deck the 3rd. One more. How much energy cost do we have in this deck? Really not that much. It's just Yasuo. That's kind of it. I don't think we need seals. Yeah, they stack? Okay. Buff a friendly unit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just okay. Lee Sin can kind of work in this deck because he just sits there and buffs himself. Maybe that could be funny. Sure, I will cut an Ahri and then put 2 of him in. This guy might be good. I think the Sprite Call is just more versatile than he is. So this is kind of remove a spell too. I like that. Zodia's? I don't know. You get pushed off the field. Is it worth it to save a guy? Maybe? I think I'm gonna cut Ahri back down to 1. I really just want to focus on like being able to hold the battlefield instead of like getting extra stuff when I hold, because she only has 4 might, so she's really not that much holding potential, especially for 5 energy. I think she's more just like payoff instead of enabler, and I just really want to only play 1, I think, and just actually try and hold. I think Lee Sin does a better job of actually holding, because he's bigger. And he gets shield. Yeah, okay. Lee Sin actually might be good in this deck, and like, just really bad in Lee Sin's deck. Maybe not, maybe you can just hold on to a battlefield and just sit there. There's just so much counterplay to that, though. I don't know. I don't know how good this deck's really going to be. Against bounce spells, you just cry, but you can counter them, I guess. We're at 40. Okay. I think this is fine. This is a fine build for now. Yeah. Maybe you want some more meditation, maybe not. Maybe it's a side deck card for slower matchups. Same with Sprite Call, maybe a side deck card for faster matchups to just play it as removal. So you can actually start holding. It's like Darius or something. I think that's good for now. Oh, I have to name it. What should I name this? The Chinese translation of Ari. Hold, control, Ari. I need runes. I see. I think a six split is fine. Actually, do we have any blue recycle? I don't think we have any blue recycle. See my stats. Yep. Mono green. Alright. At least for now, unless we sideboard something blue. What would we sideboard? Maybe this, I guess. Like, maybe Wraith and like slower matchups. I don't know if that's worth it. Alright, next deck. I think I'll save the blue ones for last because there's just no blue cards. Let's do MF. That's an interesting deck. Oh. Windswept does literally nothing for you, so you don't play that. Rifarian Void. Oh, Void Gate, yeah, for the signature spell. So the signature spell doesn't suck. Reverse, yeah, definitely. I think that's a no-brainer. Then maybe Obelisk as well. Targons? How much interaction do you have in these colors? Red, purple? It's really only like Gust and Rebuke. It's kind of it. Yeah, I don't know if you really want Targons. I think these are fine for now. This is, I guess. I'll name it after I build it, just to see. That card's going in. Snapvine's going in. I think Dead Bloom's going in too. Those cards are just too good to pass up. At least one. We'll probably still play 3 of this. Do we play Warwick? Yeah. For the signature spell, I think we play at least 2. No, I'm gonna throw 3 in. I think if you can untap with him and gank, that's really good. And the signature spell, I'm only gonna put 2 in. So I don't think it's really that great. Free Gust. At least 2 Rebuke. Stealthy Pursuer, did we play that? Kane? He already has ganking. How often can we ready him? It's really only Potbelly Pirate Man. Merchant? Definitely. We need more early game units. That, I guess. It doesn't really do anything though. We're kind of missing early game. Like really badly. It might be a really big weakness of this deck. I don't really want to play Teemo because it's like you want to play really movement heavy early game, so you're not like staying on battlefields to play this. You discard cards. This with yanking can be pretty good. I think we definitely play like 2 of these. That's probably pretty good. Yeah, there's just not much good early game. Yeah, this is tough. Challenge is like okay in this deck. You have things like Dead Bloom and Snapvine, but that's about it. How many am I missing? 6? Do we need any seals in here? Let me see. Orange if we do. What do we have? Nothing early game. 1 purple, 2 orange at 4 and 5. I don't think we need seals. Yeah, I really don't see us needing them. It's kind of like Yasuo's power curve, except less early game, because we don't have Caitlyn or Block. I'm gonna leave them out for now and play like actual stuff. I think throwing 2 of these in here is good. Some recovery. How much more? 6? Maybe 2 of these. We really discard though? We just don't discard. Like ever. When do we discard? Discard with Merchant? That's it. Yeah, I don't think we can play this. Oh, I'll throw another one of these in here then. I don't know about this card. This card just seems bad. Definitely more towards the side deck. Probably not main deckable. Any of the ramp stuff we're just not going to use. These cards are just so not worth it in this. I guess I'll throw in more of these. The card just isn't that great though. Kane. We can only ready him with the guy. I'll throw in 2. Just to see how it works. And then I guess I'll take out Rebuke and I'll put in Challenge. Seems fine for now. I think this deck really needs more cards though, especially early game. Yeah, these just aren't. Like, some of these cards are crazy, but then the others are just so bad, or they don't fit with this deck really well. Like, what would you even call this? Like, it's not really mid-range, is it? I guess, maybe. Sure. Yanking, mid-range, Misfortune. I guess it's more tempo. Yeah. It's more of a tempo deck. Just wants to score a bunch. Doesn't really care what the opponent does. It's a very, like, just score a bunch of points kind of strategy. With the ganking. I think that's fine, yeah. Ahoy matey. I don't know if I spelled that right, whatever. I need runes. That looks like an 8-4 split to me. What do we have? This is more late game. This guy. Kane? That's about it. Okay, yeah. That's fine. 8 and 4 seems good. Okay. Who haven't we done? Kaisa, set. I want to build set. I like those color combos. So this is just big guy hit hard. What do we even do with these fields? I guess maybe I don't know. None of these really benefit him. Maybe this. Orange, yellow doesn't really deal damage. That's just kind of blank. Are you really going to be holding in this deck? Maybe. You're playing Cole. Maybe even doing that? I don't know. Let's do the deck first and come back. Definitely challenge. Probably that. Definitely that and that. And that's good. Probably that. Not that yet. Maybe we do just need to, like... I think this is still a good card regardless. At least one of him. Probably still two though. That card's just very good. What do we have for early game? Cythria? That's it? I guess this needs to go in then. Play that. We can't really stun much. So there's that. I'm going to put 3 of those in. I think this deck's going into longer games more often. Need that, definitely. Victor? We still just don't have that many cards, huh? Despite how many we've gotten. Not that. Go back. We want to play Warwicks. Maybe we want to play Vanguard. But we don't really have much cheap stuff to combo with it. Four cards. I'll throw in 2 more sets, sure. And then maybe 2 Leona or maybe 2 Evangel. It's probably Evangel. I think that's better. Especially with Blade. A little more yellow. What's our count like? Nothing early. It's just mid, yeah, like 6 split. I think just even split is good. Battlefields. I guess maybe reverse is fine. How much interaction do we have for Targon? Not much. Like just challenge, yeah, it's not really worth it. Is it? I don't know. What else do we really put in here? I think it's It's either Targons or Reavers, I think. I'm gonna put in Targons and see how that goes. What would I call this deck? This kind of feels like mid-range. You've got some good removal units. Quite a few of those. Yeah. I think I call this mid-range. The boss. Range set. Alright, who's next? That's not where I wanted to go. Did MF, I don't think we've done Leona yet. I can check my decks. Set MF Darius. Alright, yeah, okay. Let's do Leona. Fields? What do you want in this deck? Maybe Reavers, because you have an attack trigger. That's pretty good. Green-yellow doesn't really deal damage. Getting extra mana seems decent. That's really good in your deck. Green-yellow really wants reactive mana. I'll throw this. Alright. Probably 3 of that. That card, well, at least 2. Redefy. Rewielder. Man, you really don't have early game stuff in here, huh? That's kind of unfortunate. I think... What are we trying to do with this deck? Are we trying to hold? I don't think so. I just think we're trying to play like a mid-rangey standard kind of game. I think we play 3 of this, 3 of that. Set. We don't really buff, so yeah, that definitely goes in. I think 3 of that we're gonna need to play. At least 2 blade. We'll see. We have Yasuo. That's right. That's a very good card, huh? Especially for what we're doing. I'm gonna put 3 discipline in cards. Very good. 4 more. Are we a bit light on removal? Maybe? Throw in 3 blade. Then 1 more card. What's our curve looking like? Lots of 2. Well, that's spells, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Isn't this? Okay, let's take out the seals. Especially if we're not playing Vanguard Captain. Which I don't know if we should play. Wielder. think I want to throw in some of these. Just to have a little more early game. And then these are mid-game. And then Harness Dragon top end. A lot of spells. We want to stun stuff, right? But we really don't have that many ways of stunning. I'll put in at least 2 of you. Damn, this doesn't seem like a stratagem deck. We just don't have that many units. And Charm just might be not it in here. We're at 40. I think Charm's just too good to pass up, though. That card's just so good. I think I'm gonna keep Blade in. Should I? Should I keep Blade in? How much removal do we have? Dragon, I guess Yasuo. Maybe this guy. Blade. I think we're gonna run into issues with Blade in this deck, just not having units to kill with it. Like, we have this guy, but that's it. And then Evangel. Okay, I guess we have Evangel. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is fine for now. If Zenith Blade turns out to just not be that good, I might cut it. Play like more other stuff. More of this guy, more of that, so yeah. What would I call this deck? This is probably also just mid-range, right? I would assume as much. Maybe control. Something like that, yeah. Mid-range, control, Leona. Raise the sun. And then runes, it's like 6/6, right? Yeah. There's no early game stuff, right? I guess clock, but that doesn't really count. Okay, I think there's one left. Oh, that's 2 left. Timo and Kaisa. Timo's just not gonna have many cards, right? 3 of that, 3 of that, 3 of that, 3 of that. Do we play 3 of this? We play 3 of that. What do we need? I guess this guy's early game. This is good for getting stuff in discard for card I'm gonna add 3 of right now. The signature. The card's very good. So for early game, yeah, we've got 6 guys. I think that's enough. Do we discard enough in this deck? We have Merchant. Is that it? This is decent. I want these in the deck. That's like our only removal, right? That's not good. I guess this kind of counts and this maybe, but like that's not much. I'm gonna bump that up. Maybe Kane is like decent, but there's no way to move him twice. Yeah, I think this deck just needs more cards. There's just not much we can work with. I guess this is fine to like play it and then put hiddens down immediately. Yeah, that seems good. How power hungry are we? These don't count. This, but that's more late game. This. I don't think we need seals in this deck. Doesn't seem like it. We just play gas. First time but dies, draw one. I guess if we're going more like run them out of cards late game build, that could help. I'll put 2 in. 5 more cards, definitely not that. Probably not that. Maybe 2 of those. Still need 3 more, okay. Maybe this is fine to like push them off and then attack and establish some hidden stuff. That could be good. 2 more. Okay, I'll throw in these guys, whatever. Nothing else really seems that great. We're kind of missing top end. Maybe we should play some Kaisa. What do we have that's good? Spirit Call? That's a good target. That's an okay target. Stupefy is actually decent. It's just draw a card, which is not bad. Gust is fine. Rebuke, maybe. Eh. Oh yeah, you can loop this, huh? Okay. I'm gonna take out 2 of these and put in 2 Kaisa. Alright, that seems good. Battlefields. We want to hold, so boom. What else? Do we deal damage? No. Not at all. I guess that's good for putting stuff in grave and getting it back. In discard, I mean. Trash, whatever. So many games use so many different words, man. They're all jumbled up in my head. Targon's is it worth it? Gust, Stupefy, Rebuke? Maybe? What else would we even play? I guess that's it. I guess we are kind of a hold deck, so we can like hold one field and then let them try and take the other. You know, that actually seems pretty good. I'm gonna take out this and play that instead. Warrens, Targons are good for us. Sigil delays them. Okay, I think that's fine. That makes sense. Then runes. What's our rune split? Lots of purple. A lot of purple. How much is early though? Yes, that's kind of... That might come up. We have to hard play it. I don't know. That's more later. Purple, turn 4, and then... I guess we do need a bit more purple. Yeah, 1, 2... I think 6/6 would go fine. Yeah. Especially since we don't need stuff till mid to late game. That's fine. This curve is a bit deceptive just because of the rebukes. Yeah, and then we have blues here. Some purples early. And then the power is just not in for the hiddens because of our legend. Okay, I'll try that. Control, value, Emo. I think that's a good enough description of what this deck is trying to do. Kind of. We're gonna need better hidden cards. Sprite Call and Blast Cone is all we have. And Teemo, I guess, but like, that's not enough, man. It's not good enough. We need more. We need better stuff. Bush Goblin. There we go. Alright, Kaisa, I think it's the only one left. Definitely put in Void Gate. I think we definitely put in Targons, right? And then maybe Reavers as well. Something like that. We'll come back. Oh, what do we do for this deck? You want this, definitely. Put spells in trash and then cast them for free. It's also a spell, so power. Some synergy there. Stupefy, yeah, definitely. At least one Kaisa. Probably only one. This definitely seems good. That seems good. What else? Do we really want the Jinx package stuff? Oh, this discard? I don't think so. I'm gonna throw in this. I think this is just gonna end up being a hard control deck. 3 of these. There's just not many cards, man. We have like no blue cards. I guess I'll throw in 3 of these because it's technically removal. But like, I don't know. Do we need more of an aggro package to just fill out space? Oh, this guy's removal technically. I'll put him in. How much are we at? 15 cards. Okay, yeah. I think we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and put in more aggro package stuff. Let me get... Okay, we're good on early game units. We've got a decent amount of removal. Yeah, quite a bit of removal. I want more mid-game. I think this guy's gonna be really good, because he can just swing in for 7 immediately. That's very strong. It's even cheaper than Scorcher to do that. 6 and a power for Scorcher to swing in for 5? Only 5 and a power for Darius, wow. Yeah, it's just a better card. If you can trigger the pseudo Legion effect, I guess, but yeah. I want more guys. I guess this is technically removal. It's not very good removal, but it can be. Maybe buy. We don't really want to kill our discard pile though. I'm not so sure. Okay, the big question is, do we play seals? I don't think so. Our only units that cost power are Kaisa and Darius. Scorcher as well. I don't think we play seals. Yeah, definitely not. Man, there's really just not many cards to play. At least not yet. I guess I'll throw in some more Kaisa. Throw in... I don't know, man. None of these really seem that good. Seven more? Okay, guess I'll just have to throw in some early game stuff. I'll put in 3 choppers, because we do have a decent amount of discard. We've got this guy. We've got this. Is that all 6? It should be fine. Maybe like... I want to play at least one of these guys, probably 2. I think I'll cut something. This card really doesn't just seem that great with our current card pool. It's really not much. Like, Disintegrate's a good target. Well, not really. It's an okay target. Like, Stupefy just draws 1. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll cut 2 of them. Play 3 of this guy. That seems fine. What's our runes? Early game? Red, we have choppers. That's about it. Scorcher, Darius. And then just Kaisa, so maybe like... She's okay. Sure. What do we have for blue? Just Kaisa? Is that it? Is that everything? Yeah, that is everything. Except rain, but that's either. Literally just Kaisa. I'll have to run the numbers later on if we actually play 4 or 3, but no, I'll just keep it at 4. I have a feeling we're gonna only run 3. Yeah, probably. Oh, let's put another red in. This is pretty clearly Control Kaisa. That's a quote from her from Legends of Runeterra. Right, I think that's all of the decks done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are we missing someone? What are we missing? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. yeah, we're missing someone. Okay, who are we missing? We built Timo, and... right? Oh, did we not build Lee Sin? Oh, I don't think we built Lee Sin. Well, he's not very good, so... we're trying to hold, right? We're just holding and sitting there and buffing, and that's it, so... Altar. Sigil. That, I guess. Maybe obelisk? Sure. Try that. Stop hitting yourself. Lead Sin. Control. I guess that's backwards from the naming convention I've been using. Hold control. Lead Sin. Definitely 3 charm, right? I'd imagine so. 3 defy, 3 discipline, 3 on guard, maybe 3 meditation, 1 Lee Sin, because this card I don't think is that great. But 1 of it just sitting on the battlefield is probably fine. What else? Cythria? What do we have for early game? Like, nothing. Cythrian Clock. That's it. That's not very good. Meditation, I guess, counts. Can we use the buffs from Cythria, like, at all? Not really. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut her. And just say that. Oh. Meditation is our early gameplay. And that's it. It's kind of the opposite problem of Ari's deck building. I want to play this, but it doesn't really help you hold much. It's overcosted for the might it gives you. I don't think we really need to ready stuff either, except just this guy. It's still a good card though, so I'm still gonna slap it in, but I don't really know how much we're gonna use that. Bully? The 12 drop? Do we play that? I mean, it helps hold, right? But it's just so expensive. I'm gonna play 2 of these and 2 of these. And I think I'll call it done. Oh, we need challenge, don't we? We have like no removal. We have Snapvine and Deathbloom? Is that enough? Probably enough. MF? Oh man. I want MF2. I am gonna cut Ari's down. I just don't think it's gonna help us that much. I'm gonna put in another Yasuo. I just think that card trades very well. Especially because we have this guy to ready him. That seems good. Oh, we need another wielder. Yeah, put 3 of them in. That guy's nice. 1 more card. One more card. I guess I'll throw in challenge. Do I cut something? Do we really need 3 charm? I guess, yeah. It's kind of good. I really want to play MF too, but I just don't think it's gonna work that much. Kind of need Windwall to hold against some stuff like Stormbreaker and Rain Stratagem, so I think that has to stay in. I'm gonna cut a charm and throw in another challenge, and then side deck other stuff. Runes. Okay. I again don't think we need seals. Yeah, not really. We got this stuff. Oh, we use a lot, huh? Yeah, we do spend a lot. That is kind of a problem, but it's a lot of both colors. Snapvine, Deadbloom, Yasuo. That's a lot of power cost. Dragon's Range. Man. Charm costs power too. So do all the counter spells. That is a lot of power. Very power hungry deck. I think we might just have to bite the bullet on that though. I don't know. Maybe we have too many spells. Like we can cut a Dragon's Range and maybe some other stuff. We'll have to see. Yeah, we might have to cut stuff for seals to just be able to afford all this power. Looks like a 6-6 split to me. Snapvine. I mean, yeah, I think it's still just 6-6. It's fine. Okay, that should be every deck. Leona, and then there. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Alright, I think tomorrow we're actually gonna play a bunch. Built everything, so I'm gonna head off now. Thank you guys for watching and being here with me. It's been a lot of fun so far. Look forward to doing a lot more stuff in the future. Alright, peace. Have a good one.